MGGod242 here. Welcome on my YouTube channel. On today's video, I'll be presenting you my first OP selling account, just for you to know where I am at right now and how this account will be progressing. So I began to play on this account on the 7th of June, so that will be 6 months now. The account is level 154. I have 107 million character power on this account. It is on the Congo server and I am VIP 6. In the story, I am in the chapter 24. I need to level further. In the arena, I am currently on the 2nd rank. In the server arena, in the Corrida Colosseum, I am currently 6. I can go further, but I didn't try yet at the time. On the overranking content, we just got reset and I didn't try yet to play on them. So for my main team, I use the main 6 heroes that you can see here. Let me show you the formation that I use on them, if the game will let me do. Okay, so I use the 1-4-1 situation formation that you can see here because of the Kaido hit that can take a little bit of the allies damage. I mean, he can take 70% of it, so it's kind of a lot. Yamato also can take 50% of the allies damage, but in her case it's only for the allies that are around her, and on Kaido's case it's for the allies that are on the same road than him. So Whitebeard, Yamato and Mihawk. Mihawk, that is my team. He has pursuit when his allies attack, so it's really good for his DPS. Whitebeard, that is my secondary DPS. He's here more for utility because he has SP drain on his kits. Marco, that has damage share link and he's also a good healer. Uta on the back, that is the best healer in the game right now, but only if you have high star on her, but 8 star is already good. For the heroine, I use Baby 5 because of her counter buff that she gives on the main DPS. It offers crit raise plus 30%, so he can survive more in the case if the enemy uses Shanks but focus your main DPS. I also run Vivi for the Peacock Poison effect that reduces the enemy attack and damage. One Cherry that gives your team a lot of healing, so it's really good if you fight against an opponent that has more power than you. Rebecca, that deals damage like Baby 5, and that also offers a shield to the allies that are on the front row. So on my situation, it is only Marco that will get it, but I mainly use her for the Sonic Seal effect that will stop some enemies to gain SP. For the Matos, I use Waluigi that has blind effect. So that has blind effect, but it only applies on the DPS, which is already really good. He will attack randomly, so he can also attack his own allies, and it will also reduces his attack when the blind will be gone. I use Shigure for the extra healing and the debuff cancel, so it will retire debuffs on your team. Enma, the Evil Breath effect that will deal damage to the enemy that will get healing. Yoru, that is a really good Mato. It deals a lot of damage it heals, and it can also rip the enemy. That means that it will kill the enemy when he will reach a certain amount of HP. In this case it is 20%, as you can see on the level 3 here. So what do I run on my characters? On Marco, first I use the variable fruit that I have recently awakened with the pure blue flame, with the tweet fruit to get the immortal blue flame effect that can stop your allies from dying when he will reach 1 HP. On a turn, it won't be on every turn. The variable fruit itself gives shield and also healing over time. I have magic 4 on him for the extra healing, like for the healing boost he will do more healing. Resilience for the debuff res, because we want him to not be taunted by Kaido, so he can use his EX. Talking about his EX, I use the M combo on him for him to proc it twice, so we can get more healing. Roll the on the front, and he will need to be tanky because he will be the main target if there is no Shanks on the enemy team. Flexibility for more tankiness, and also for him to have a chance to dodge some attack. On the equipment, I have half 3 set and half liberation set on him. Half 3 set for the extra defense and damage res, and half liberation for the healing boost and the crit res. On Mihawk, that is my main DPS, I have Pulse, so he can ignore enemy's defense, 25% of it. It will help him do more damage. Mind for the damage boost if he kills an enemy. For the Devil Fruit, I have a Fish Fruit on him, so he can have extra debuff res to avoid the taunting, but also over debuffs that can make him more squishier or deal more damage. And I awaken it with the LF fruit, that is a DPS Devil Fruit, so it gives me extra stats, more debuff res, more crit damage, and he can also deal 50% true damage to all targets, so it's really good for the DPS. Lifesteal, so he can have more sustain, because Mihawk is really squishy, so he needs to live longer if you want him to do DPS. Force for more damage and for the extra attack. Iron Roll, because like I said, Mihawk is really squishy, so you want him to get the least damage possible, so he can survive long enough to deal damage, especially in my formation. P combo for the trigger on the EX skill, so he can use it twice. On the equipment, I use the Conqueror set, so he gain more crit rate, 15%, more accuracy, so the enemy will have less chance to dodge his attack, and more attack. He also deals extra damage when he lands a crit, so it's really good. On Kaido, I use full Guardian set, so he gets more crit res and more crit damage res. He gets he gets more HP, 15%, and he can also be healed when being attacked, so it's really good for him to tank. Flexibility and Arrow Roll for the damage reduction and the dodge, so he can tank more. Q, so he can get healing on the next turn. Healing down, because Kaido's counter, so if it procs the healing down on the enemy, they will get less healing. Fortress boost for more tankiness. It reduces the damage he takes, and it can also reflect the damage. Uta, I have OP fruit on her. This fruit is really good. It can revive your allies if they die. It can do it 3 times if you have it 5-star like I do. The flexibility rune for the dodge and damage reduction. Resilience to avoid taunting. Magic for more healing. M combo, so she can use her ultimate twice, just like Marco. Magic, because I wanted to swap this one on the magical DPS, but right now I don't have him build yet, and I will maybe change my plan actually. For the equipment, I use the same thing that on Marco, so half liberation set and half 3 set, so she can also do more healing and takes less damage. On the white bee, I have a time fruit, so he will get some SP when he will get attack. So it will help him use his EX skill, but reduces the enemy's SP. P combo, so he can proc the EX twice, so reduce more SP from the enemy. Pulse, so he can deal more damage because he will ignore defense. Flexibility for him to be tanky because he's really squishy at 7-star. Anger, so you get 500 SP if he kills an enemy, but it doesn't happen much as Mew is my main DPS, but if it happens he will use his EX faster, so it's really good. Lifesteal, so he can have a little bit more of sustain by itself. I use the cross set, but we also call the samurai set because he kinda looks like a samurai for the full set. So he will get more attack and lifesteal. This lifesteal also stacks with the lifesteal from the seal, so it's really good. On Yamato, I have a Tweet fruit. She will get some healing when she will reach a certain amount of her HP. In my case, it is 30%, and you can trigger 3 times if you have it at 5%. At 5 stars, sorry. I regen on her, so she can get some healing when getting attacked. Iron Root for the tankiness, so she gets less damage from the enemy. Control because she has debuffs and control on her kit, so we want her to proc it as much as she can. Flexibility for the damage reduction and the chance to dodge attack. On the equipment, I use half 3 set on her and half Guardian set because I don't have any full set right now, but it still performs really well on her. So that's it for what I run on my main team. Let me actually show you my archives, like here what my hero path looks like. I am rank 10. On the archive I have some star on some record. For the fishing, we won't actually go through this because this is kind of personal development, so it depends on luck. For the heroines, here what I have, I think I have them all. Yes, I do. And here what the stars looks like on them. For the devil fruit, here what my fruits looks like. I have some stars on most of them. Most of them are 5 star too. I am missing some because I was focusing on others, and we also recently got these 4 new devil fruit thanks to the new update. Here what my lost pages looks like. I have 3 lost pages completed. The character bond is gonna be a little bit too long, but here's what it looks like. And we also recently got the new character Legend Mihawk on the current maintenance, on the current update, and I recently got him, so I will probably do a showcase on him soon, so stay tuned for that. Well guys, that's actually it for my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe and like the video, and I see you on the next one. Bye bye.